10 rules for men. Never beg a woman for love. Never date a high-maintenance woman. Never tolerate disrespect from a woman. Never beg a woman to stay who wants to leave you. Never date a broke woman. She is a financial vampire and a parasite. Never take back a woman who left you for another man. She's coming back to destroy you. Never expect a woman to rescue you from poverty. Never fight over a woman with a man. Never allow a woman to pay your bills. Never stay with an unhappy woman who gives you no peace.
It's funny because it's true.
No one can hold Black women accountable. Black women, unfortunately, we have adopted this mentality that I can do whatever I want to do and can't nobody tell me anything. And this is why we are where we're at. We live in a very selfish, egotistical society now that nobody cares. If you're a Black woman and to hold Black women accountable, you have to be ready to fight because it's going to come with a lot. I'm always thinking about how young girls are being influenced. So what us grown women are doing, it's influencing these girls to do these out of control, I don't care attitudes. They have the most disgusting attitudes and you can't even check them because they have their moms who say I could do whatever I want. So can't no one hold us accountable. Not a Black man. Your white boss probably probably the only one who can tell us what to do because he pay us. A gay man can tell us what to do. If it's a Black woman or a Black man, a straight Black man, we don't want to hear it.
He the battle he don't miss.
Is anybody paying attention how they're trying to keep the men and the women separated at the worst times ever? Like the country is falling apart in every aspect you can think about, and for some reason they still have the men and women beefing about crazy stuff. That's pretty crazy to me. There's women that saying they don't need men. There's men that saying they don't need women. If we didn't need each other, y'all, we wouldn't be on the planet together. If something were to happen right now, everybody is so separate. Everybody is in their own little feelings. Everybody got their own beliefs that came from the government or beliefs that you came up with by yourself. Nobody's worrying about the children. Nobody's worrying about the environment around you getting destroyed. If something bad happened, y'all, this would be the worst time, like I say, to try to team up because nobody's going to want to team up. A lot of people are not going to forget about this internet shit that's going on. A lot of people can't let go of certain things you said to them. A lot of people can't let go of things that, you know what I mean? That's why I'm like, this is chestnut checkers, y'all, and we got to learn how to start playing this shit or we're going to lose. This new world order is not playing no games. Like, keep playing if y'all want to.
Nah, don't go crying to Joe now. Don't go crying to Joe now. Don't go march on the Capitol now. It's over with. We told y'all what was going to happen. Y'all sat up here and overwhelmingly voted for this fascist who told you exactly what he was going to do. And now you want to come up here and ask Biden for help. Nah, it's over with, buddy. That boat has sailed already. Not only did y'all try to put down anybody on the left that was telling you to vote for Kamala Harris to have protections against this mass deportation that Trump openly said that he was going to do, full-throated this entire election, and even made advocacy groups, you know, with Latinos for Trump and all this other because you guys wanted to be the quote-unquote good minority. And when Black folks is telling you they're not going to pick you, that they just want your vote, like Trump said multiple times, I don't care about you, I just care about your vote. Y'all didn't want to take what we were saying seriously at all. And now it's trying to find out season. And you guys have found out, and you finding out in the worst way. Because no, y'all didn't want to take Trump seriously. Y'all thought Trump was just playing. Y'all thought Trump was just on some antics or whatever. Y'all thought this Project 2025 shit was just a joke. And then when they all came out the day after the election and said, oh yeah, Project 2025 is real, and he started adding people to his administration that were co-authors and writers of Project 2025, which he got on stage and lied and said that he knew nothing about. Y'all didn't want to take that seriously. Well, now look, we told you to listen. You didn't want to. So you might as well start packing your bags, getting your families prepared for that very long trip back to wherever the f you came from, because he's going to make sure that he does it. And we tried to warn you. We tried to say that. We tried to tell you what you was doing by getting in bed with these people, and y'all laughed us out the room. So don't go crying to Joe now. Don't go waving the white flag now. Stand on it. Stand on that shit because you were standing on it a couple months ago. Stand on it and have a nice day.
What's good in the hood?
If you are a white American and you've got revolution on your mind right now, you need to be doing your research into Black revolutionaries and Black thought leaders throughout American history. And I'm not saying this is a diss because we need everybody on board, but white people just don't know shit about community organizing or political violence or local politics because they've never needed to until now. Every single aspect of black and brown life in this country is bookended by extreme political violence of some form, and black communities have been organizing and fighting back and getting shit done for a really long time. Everybody's freaking out about this turn towards fascism right now, and I agree that that's what's happening, but in its purest form, fascism is basically economic and political discrimination along racial lines. And guess who's been dealing with that forever? Also, the praxis of those efforts are informed by leftist political thought like Marxism and socialism, which is critical to any real-world success. Like this whole school lunch thing that's got white liberals in a fucking panic right now. You need to go check out the breakfast program that the Black Panthers instituted in 1969, because hunger and poverty has always been used as a weapon against them, and they know how to deal with that. So if I were you, as well as actually getting started in community organizing and mutual aid, instead of just asking me how to in my comments, I would get to reading. I would read everything by Malcolm X, Huey Newton, MLK, the Black Panthers that you can find. I would read Black Reconstruction by Du Bois. I would read Anarchism and the Black Revolution. And black, white, Latino, purple, green, you should just be apprising yourself of all the literature you can find on successful revolutions in the past. But a great place to start is black revolutionary groups and thought leaders in this country, because they know their shit.
Because the white man...
The number of babies in the world goes down a tiny bit every year of the century, but its mix goes from being 25% in Africa to 50% in Africa. And so Africa goes from 1 billion people to 4 billion people. So when we get to 11 billion, we're at 7 now, most of the increment is in Africa. The rest is the aging Asians living longer, that they go from 4 to 5 billion. And so in this report, we say, look, that's great, we got to 9%, but we could stay at 9% for the next 30 years unless we do a lot of really good investments in health and education and governance in Africa. One country in Africa, Nigeria.
That's suspicious.
I want to start off by saying that it is very interesting seeing a white American, a Caucanite, stating to his fellow brethren and everybody else that, hey, you guys should actually pay attention to black people. You should read directly up on them. You should get some books. You should watch some documentaries, because beyond anybody else, black people have had to fight the government. They've had to come together. They've had to build this. They've had to do these things that we as white Americans have never had to do, because we never really had to fight the government, because the government is us. But now it's gotten to the point where the government feels that it's time for other people to take a turn on the wheel. Wow, how the mighty have fallen. And for the longest time possible, Americans just like him have always stated that black people have no history. Black people have never done anything for this country. They've always been a detriment. Again, black people have no type of history. We don't have any type of cultural significance. We've never added anything into the melting pot of America. We don't have any inventions and none of these things. And it's quite funny to hear somebody such as him state that there are books that were written. There are documentaries, that we have a type of mindset where we can pull together a community, work together, pull others together, build a type of foundation or a housing to have these ideals and turn them from a dream into a reality, so that people will have the tools necessary and the thought process necessary in order to do and fight what needs to be fought. It's quite amazing, because all in all, I really felt that these Americans would have just looked back on their own history, right? The main history that they've taught us so much in these middle schools, elementary, high school, and college, that they came from Europe and the United Kingdom, and they founded this blank land, and they turned it and modernized it, right? They fought, they freed themselves from their oppressors, which is themselves. So pretty much what I'm understanding is that what you left over there in Europe and the UK, which you didn't like, your oppressors, which is you freed yourself, ran instead of fighting for what you got, came to another land in order to make it easier for yourself, right? built that up because there was obviously nobody else here, no indigenous population, nothing. You built that up off of the backbone, the blood, sweat, and tears off of your own people. Pulled yourself up by your own bootstraps to build this up, to have something that you can really call your own, that you don't have to swear to a king or a queen or bow down and kiss the ring, all to turn into the exact same oppressors that you once left. And now you want to look at the oppressed that you historically have oppressed in the United States. You want to look at their history, their books. You want to study everything that they've done so that you can fight yourselves once again. How the mighty have fallen. How the mighty, and these are supposed to be the kings of the universe. These are the people that have modernized this whole world. Without them, the whole world would not exist, right? But yet they're studying us in order to find a way or to start a way on how it is that they should fight or combat the government because of how they've gotten out of control. But again, they built this government. They voted for these people. And I tried to tell you guys this for years, that is going to come a point in time where the dragons that you decided to send out oh so long ago are going to destroy all the villages, the towns, the cities, and the farms, turn all of that to ash. And after they're done making all of that their ash volcanic playground, they're going to do what? Return right back home. And this is what's happening. But it didn't start as of yet, because the real transition is when the police and those other dogs start turning on those American people. That's when it's really going to start. And that's when it's really going to start to hit home. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.